Hello everyone, welcome back to Radheshyam Legal. In today's lecture, we are going to understand structure of CPC 1908. We all know that this CPC 1908 will regulate the procedures which are to be followed in civil courts throughout India. To implement this Civil Procedure Code 1908 is systematically divided into three main components. They are sections, orders, and rules. Coming to the sections of CPC, these sections act as a body of Civil Procedure Code. We already learned we have 158 sections which are divided into 11 parts. Sections form the backbone of CPC. If you understand the sections clearly, the entire code becomes much easier. These sections lay down general principles of civil procedures, which are like fundamental rules related to civil codes. They define so many things like jurisdiction of courts, which means courts can try only the suits which are civil in nature. They can't try suits of criminal nature. This was mentioned in section 9, which we took as an example. They will also define like powers and duties of judges, rights and obligations of parties, general principles governing civil suits. Here, you have to remember, you have to understand sections tell us what the law is, while orders and rules tell us how to apply it. Here, sections look like substantive in nature, but they are still procedural. Sections are very important. They have overriding effect over orders and rules in case of conflict. In structure of CPC, after sections, it was mentioned first schedule. The first schedule of CPC contains orders. We all know we have 51 orders mentioned from order 1 to order 51, and each order is divided into rules. Each order deals with a specific procedural topic, and they will explain how the principles which are mentioned in the sections are to be implemented. Here we took three examples. Order 1, which is parties to the suit. Order 7, plaint. Order 8, written statement. Here, let's understand with the example. For example, we have two persons, A and B. A had a fight against B regarding some property. So now A wants to file a case against B. Then here, according to order 1, A and B will be called as a parties to the suit. And now, how A will file a case against B? By filing a plaint which is mentioned in order 7. Okay, I think you all understand. Next, rules. Rules are mentioned under each order. Every order is divided into rules. These rules provide us step by step procedure to implement the order. They will explain how the court and parties must act. Here we took two examples. Order 7 Rule 1, which explains particulars to be contained in a plaint. Order 8 Rule 1 tells us time for filing written statement. Now, coming back to our example, we discussed uh, A and B. They had an issue regarding a property. Now, A wants to file a case against B. How he can file a case? He can file a case through a plaint which is present in order 7. But what he should mention, what are the particulars he had to be mentioned in the plaint, that will be provided in rule 1. Okay, after filing a case, after filing a case through a plaint by person A, he will be called as a plaintiff and B will be called as a defendant. Now, defendant had to be file a written statement after receiving the summons, and the time for filing a written statement will be mentioned in order 8 and rule 1. Here, orders and rules are subordinate to sections, but they are equally binding. Next, limitations of CPC. We all know CPC applies only to the civil matters, and CPC is subjected to amendments by Parliament and High Courts. See, the procedures which are mentioned in the Civil Procedure Code is not easy, so procedural delays may still occur in practice. Next, coming to the conclusion. CPC is the backbone of civil justice system in India. Understanding its structure is essential for law students, not only for the law students, advocates, and every citizen should understand the structure. Sections provide principles, orders provide procedure. Now we clearly understand, I think. Proper application ensures fair and speedy justice. Whatever the procedures which are mentioned in orders and rules, we have to apply it properly in our cases. Then only we can ensure fair and speedy justice. Thank you all. Bye.